and let me know your thoughts. What's going to happen? Are Democrats going to win in the midterm elections, or are Republicans? Well, what we've been hearing is that since President Joe Biden passed that executive order to wipe out $10,000 of student loan debt, his approval rating and Democrats have been going up. And we're hearing that if he maintains the strategy of fulfilling those unkept promises, passing more stimulus and provisions, it'll likely keep ticking up. Now, let me know your thoughts. Imagine if he came out right before the midterm elections and said executive orders for child tax credits, executive orders for Social Security increases, executive orders for fourth federal level $2,000 stimulus checks. What do you think would happen to his approval rating? Do you think it would skyrocket just off this announcement of student loan debt? We've seen it start ticking up. That would probably shoot it through the roof. Now, that might be the strategy a lot of people think that he should take. And however, we're also hearing he's now taking an aggressive tone against the Republican Party. And this is actually unifying the Republican Party against him. So now we're hearing it's Biden's stimulus versus a red wave. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, honestly, from a strategic standpoint, knowing that stimulus is one of the most popular provisions that there is. 80% of the population says they'd like to see a fourth federal level stimulus check, and the approval that has gone up just from the executive order announcement hasn't even been official yet. We're hearing this could be challenged. To me, that would probably be the best strategy if you want to stay in power. Start fulfilling these promises, passing more legislation to help out people in need. But we're hearing that he's going a different route, and it's hurting him. We're hearing that he is attacking the other side, casting stones, and let me know your thoughts. I think maybe taking attention off of them and focusing on the positive that you're doing might be a better route. Now, I'm not a political strategist, so I might be wrong. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe casting stones is good, but I think if something's working, maybe you should keep going with that. But take a look at what's been unfolding here, you guys. And this is pretty much going to be Biden's stimulus versus a red wave as he's unifying them. Biden may regret calling MAGA a semi-fascist movement. It says, with a promise of a red tsunami starting to look like a little red trickle because of the executive orders and stimulus we're hearing that's coming. Republicans have been desperate for something, anything, to return November's midterms to their normal historic trajectory. Well, Joe Biden might have just handed it to them. It says that talks of street violence and semi-fascism turns up in midterm election heat. Also, the debate over American fascism gets louder, you guys. So, like I said, let me know your thoughts. I shared with you that video yesterday so you could see it for yourself as we heard that he exploded on the Republican Party, attacking the MAGA movement, calling them semi-fascists. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. Now, I've got some video footage where they're going to be discussing this in detail and how this strategy might actually be hurting Joe Biden as they approach these midterm elections. Now, as I mentioned too, we're also hearing that the strategy all this time has been, as we get closer to midterm elections, to start passing more stimulus, starting with executive orders for wiping out student loan debt. We've heard from Bernie Sanders, Pramila Jayapal, Chuck Schumer, and an assortment of different progressives. More is on the way, and if they can't pass it through legislation, well, you can expect executive orders here very soon. Now, we will see. I will keep you up to date, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Now, also, while they're doing that on a federal level, I've been keeping you up to date on states, cities, and counties that are sending out their own checks. We're hearing about new rounds, new deadlines, things that you need to know about, because if you don't, you just miss out. And it's very sad. All of the programs I've been finding, people are constantly asking, what's in my state, my city, my county? You guys, as you know, I have assembled a massive list, well over 100 different programs active right now throughout the United States. And I'm done with the list. I'm not adding any more to it at this time. It's on the website. Just working the technical issues out on the website stuff. I'm not tech savvy. This is not my thing, but I'm going to have it ready here for you in the next couple of days. We have over 10,000 people that have signed up for this, and I'm here for you guys. I'm going to have this all ready for you. You're going to be able to access everything that's available, and we're hearing about new funding. Some of these programs are actually getting new rounds of funding. New applicants are being added that are eligible. So this is going to be released to you very soon. Now, if you haven't already, please sign up at www.reliefroadmap.com. I'm working on the next section to get this ready so that way it'll launch I'm going to be sending out a mass email to everybody here very soon, so keep an eye out on your emails for the launch of this relief roadmap. I know it's going to be a massive blessing to so many people. I'm really excited about this, so can't wait to get this out to you guys. So keep an eye out for that. And like I said, if you haven't signed up already, do so. www.reliefroadmap.com. Now, let's go ahead and dive into this video footage. Let me know your thoughts. Blue wall, red wave, Democrats, Republicans, stimulus, casting stones. What do you think's the best way? What do you think is going to unfold? Whatever it is, I'll keep you up to date. Now, let's dive right in. Before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button. If you appreciate the updates, keeping you up to speed on everything going on, leave your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share this out if you think it could help out other people. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. All you got to do is very quickly hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And with that being said, you guys, let's take a look at this video footage that just came out as President Joe Biden. He's kind of changed to an aggressive tone and stance. We're going to see if it works in his favor. Let's go ahead and take a look.
That does not include what Biden said just last week when he told his wealthy donor friends that all MAGA Republicans are semi-fascists who hate democracy, and that fascism underpins the entire MAGA ideology, which, of course, is completely false. So what is this really all about? Let me give you the behind the scenes. Let me explain this to you. This is about a Democratic Party that has gone hardcore, radical climate alarmist cult. They have no agenda for the midterms. They can't run on the economy. They can't run on the price of gasoline. They can't run on law and order and safety and security. They can't run on the border. They can't run on education. So basically, they've got three options. They'll go with abortion and try and scare Americans into thinking it is illegal. It is not. They'll go on January 6th, and they'll play the race card, which they do every election year anyway. And they're lying about all three issues. So the Democrats can run, but they can't hide from what is their failed record. And in November, they will be held, hopefully, accountable. Here with reaction, former senior counselor to President Trump, Kellyanne Conway, outnumbered co-host Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh, we start with you tonight. I don't really see anything else they can run on. So, okay, Mr. Unity in front of Independence Hall, who's calling MAGA conservatives fascists, is now going to try to say what we're all going to sing Kumbaya? Is that what's going to happen?
I don't think he's going to go that route, because the DNC chair was on the Sunday shows this weekend, and he was asked about this semi-fascist comment he made. And the DNC chair said, oh, Biden was just being consistent. So it seems instead he's doubling down on a consistent message of hatred. But what is crazy to me is that it's not just his campaign. You'd expect this from the DNC chair. But the White House press secretary stood at the podium yesterday, was asked about that comment, and said, oh, he called them what they are. He called them semi-fascists. Historians would agree with us. And today, looking down at her notebook, she read some line about the ultra MAGA agenda, something that if you're delivering a line like that, you want to look up at the camera and not read it from a scripted notebook. But it seems not just the campaign is going to double down on this, so too is the White House, which is infuriating.
Well, they tried this in the Commonwealth of Virginia, Kellyanne Conway. You've been around politics as long as I have, and we've been through many a race together, and it didn't work too well for Terry McAuliffe, did it?
It backfired, and it really struck people as out of touch and the wrong tone when they were so concerned about what was going on in the schools, these school board meetings. The parents were very concerned about screen time and school time, and you had McAuliffe really taking a page out of the McAuliffe-Clinton playbook and just attacking the voters. Look, if you want to engage voters, you don't enrage voters by insulting them. That's rule number one in politics. But Sean, you and I were on your show 15, 20 years ago when they were saying year after year, right-wing Christians, right-wing evangelicals. It was always a pejorative. And Joe Biden goes out there and he says, ultra MAGA, and people start making hats and T-shirts and having ultra MAGA boat parades are probably next. He doesn't realize Make America Great Again is what MAGA stands for. And boy, did people really miss it. People are saying life was so much better not that long ago. How do we get back there? And Sean, I want to say this. Folks, this is a pattern. Barack Obama, 14 years ago, people are clinging to their guns, their God, their religion. Hillary Clinton, the deplorables, and even worse, irredeemable. Andrew Cuomo, well, he was still governor, saying if you're pro-life, you shouldn't be in New York. Kathy Hochul, his successor, just as bad a governor, really. She said this weekend, if you're a Republican, you don't belong in New York, go to Florida. Why are you castigating and denigrating our fellow men, our fellow brothers and sisters? And I just want your viewers to know, folks, they think they're better than you. It's very simple. It's everything you said about climate and abortion. It's everything Kayleigh said, of course. But it's also, they actually look down upon you. They don't think that you're like them. They don't want their kids to go to school with yours. They don't want you to live in their neighborhoods. They don't want you to work in their industries. They think they're better than you. And in the end, Sean, they don't realize that their obsession with getting one man with Donald Trump means they've never taken 1 second to get to know the 74 million Trump voters. They don't know a thing about them.
You know, it's amazing, Kayleigh. I'll give you the last word on this. You know, all the instances we have played on this program, you know, Maxine Waters, you get in their faces and you chase them into stores and on and on and on. I think an awful lot about blowing up the White House, Madonna. Nothing happened to Madonna. Or all the other examples that we have played over and over again. I've never once heard Joe Biden ever speak out against the rhetoric in his own party. Why is that?
He never will, because he simply does not care. This isn't about unifying the country. It's about an agenda for him, which is curious because if he put forward unifying words, he might gain a point or two. And I'm being generous there. I would also just add to Kellyanne's great list there that you had Stacey Abrams saying Georgia was the worst state in the country, and Charlie Crist, who says he's on the battlefield of love. And if you have hate in your heart, he doesn't want your vote half the state of Florida. Best of luck, guys, in winning those states.
I think that's a good point. All right, Kayleigh, thank you.
So there you have it, you guys. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Do you think that Democrats, they're going to pull this off? They're going to pass more stimulus, they're going to get it done? Or do you think Republicans are going to take over? Historically, what we've seen is when the approval rating is this low, when it's this bad, that the opposing party comes in and they take over. Now, the only reason why I think that strategically you would want to polarize the audience is if you believe that you have more support than the opposition. Then you just say, okay, I've got more than 50%. I'll go ahead and polarize the audience because I've got more people on my side than theirs. But what we're hearing is that is not the case at all. Right now, he has a very low approval rating. There's more people that disapprove, over half. So to me, this strategy would not be the best solution at this point of time. Now, let me know your thoughts, you guys. But well, you're going to see what happens. We're going to see what executive orders come out, and we're going to see who's going to take it in the midterm elections, and it's going to be huge. This is going to be impacting everything for our country and our economy, and I will keep you up to date every step of the way. But you guys, that is the latest. As always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget to take a quick second. Just smash that like button for me. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm a ton. Leave your comments. Share this out. If you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Turn on the notification bell. Any specific questions for me to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. And if you haven't already, add your email at www.reliefroadmap.com. Stayed up till 1 o'clock last night again, just trying to get this website ready for you guys. I think we're within days away. So thank you so much. Keep an eye out for that, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care, you guys. God bless.